Good evening, everyone. Yeah, welcome to Ben's Camera Show. And we're back after 2 weeks break. I am back after 2 weeks break. There's a good reason why I took 2 weeks off. Not just work. Well, not just work, but more work. Not just paid work, but fun work. To quit, I completed my straight 8 film for this year. And when I say completed, I mean I shot the whole thing. And I have yet to do the sound for it. But the really difficult part is over. And I'm very happy about that. Those of you who haven't been watching the show, Straight 8 is a film festival for Super 8 only, where you shoot the whole film on one single cartridge of Super 8. And yes, it's a real challenge, and I almost didn't do it this year, but I ended up doing it, and I'm glad I did it. But it took up a lot of my time, and in fact, in a way, that's both my excuse for not doing a show last week, and it's also the reason I'm going to show you an effect tonight. That's right. I'm going to show you something which I devised. Well, I didn't devise it, but I devised a cheap way of doing it, which I constructed for my Straight 8 film. Very, very exciting. There's a reason why it's black behind me, and there isn't an image. And there's also a reason why there's a space beside me here. Yeah, very, very exciting. Oh, look, some people are in the room here. Jake Estel Mestro says, "Hi, Ben." Hi, Jake. He says, "Can't hear you over the music." Well, I think I've probably fixed that by now. I'm going to turn my mic up a bit. Why not? Yeah. Now I'm going to be blasting. So anyway, I start blasting. One of my favorite lines. Right. Should be able to hear me now. Anywho, right. Well, so yes, tonight we're going to look at a special effect that I have been doing on Super 8. I'm going to show you how I did it. But before that, I teased everyone with a bit of a teaser. I said I was going to make a special announcement tonight. And I am. And I'm going to start with the special announcement because that's how special it is. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. I am restarting my live Super 8 workshops. That's right. Now I've been double jabbed, and now lots of other people have been double jabbed. And I have a fantastic semi-outdoor venue. I'm going to go back to what I was doing before I started the camera show. I'm going to start teaching people live in groups. You can come down if you're anywhere near London. Sorry, rest of the world. Sorry, probably most of the UK. But there's a lot of equipment involved, and it's a lot of schlepping. So I'm doing them in London because that's where I live, and I'm going to get people. You rather are going to buy a ticket for my Super 8 workshops. I'm doing 2 days. One is the 14th of August and the other is the 15th of August. So we're basically looking at a weekend, and each day will be the same. The workshop does not take 2 days. It's one day or the other day. Same on both days. And we're going to have some fun. And I'm going to show you some footage from a previous workshop. That's right. We're going to, I'm going to show you what these workshops look like. Here we go. That's me. Where am I? In the corner here, am I? That's me showing the group how to use a Bolia 4008ZM2. Everyone gets a camera. You get a camera and they get a camera. Cameras for all skill sets. And from beginners to pros. In fact, some people brought their own cameras because they didn't know if the thing worked or not. And they weren't about to spend £40 on a roll of Super 8 and another £80 to develop and scan it, when they can just come to my workshop for 40 quid, bring their camera, shoot a bit of film, see on the same day whether that camera even works or not. and then learn also how to develop your own Super 8. And on the footage you're looking at now, we shot some sound as well as silent. We'll see some results from that in a second. And put a little bit of music on. Oh, it's rubbish music. Hey, yeah, we did all that in slow-mo. So that's the workshop group. As only up to 10 people can join the workshop per day. I show you how the Lomo tank works. I show you how to do it for cheap in a Patterson tank. I show you how to mix all the chemicals up. I give you lists of all the chemicals you're going to need to get and the timings and everything else. That's right. I give away all my trade secrets. And if you pay me and come to one of my workshops, you will be able to save pounds, or dollars developing your own Super 8 after you learn how. That's one of my participants hanging it up to dry. And at the end of the day, this is a whole bunch of people who did a clay workshop next door. They came and, because we filmed them as part of the workshop, they came and watched the films afterwards, and that's them giving me a round of applause. Here's the result of some of the films. This was some fomapan that we shot, and in a second we're going to hear some sound from the sound. I've since got better at doing sound Kodachrome, old sound expired Kodachrome. Hey, 80 frames a second on the Bolio. Gotta love this Bolio. Now here's the sound.
Yeah, filming.
Not bad. And a bit of table football. Foosball.
This is so frustrating.
Lovely jubbly. So that's just a taste of it. And like I said, my Kodachrome sound developing process has become a lot better since you saw that. I know that film ended up looking like it's 100 years old, but never mind. It will. Now I can do it better, and my lovely participants for the workshop will be able to shoot sound and develop it on the day. So we usually do one sound and one silent. So that's going to be at. Let me get up the. Oh my goodness! I didn't put the link up to it. Well, let's find the link. The link. If you go to, let's see here. If you go to zerobudgetfilmschool.com. Here we go. Let me get myself off the. There we go. If you go to zerobudgetfilmschool.com, which is right above my head here, see that website there? Yes, the live workshops, there's details here. And if you go to the link here, it takes you to the Rochester Square website, which is the venue I'm doing it in. Lovely people at Rochester Square. Super 8 course, you can book it, and everything has all the information there. And you can select either doing it on the Saturday, the 14th of August, or Sunday the 15th of August. And if there's a lot of interest, I might add some more days to that. Once again, my apologies for everyone in the world who doesn't live in London. Apart from being tired of life, you won't be able to travel to to London to come to my workshop. But never mind. It's whoop, you're not supposed to see that. Not yet. Never mind. Who knows if things go really well, and if COVID just disappears forever, then maybe I'll do some traveling. I'll go round to other parts of the world with my workshop. I do have a van now, so maybe I'll get all that stuff in the van, and I'll be like Ken Kesey and his merry pranksters, arriving in towns and blowing people's minds. Oh, excuse me a moment. I need to blow my nose. Never mind blowing minds. Don't worry, I'll spare you the sound of it. Blimey, that was loud enough. You probably heard me anyway. Right, so let's get to the meat of the show. Who knows what Pepper's Ghost is? or who Pepper's ghost is, or how Pepper's ghost works. Yes, hands up. Pepper's ghost is a very old illusion that was originally devised to freak people out on stage, in stage plays. It was a way of basically projecting a transparent image over the top of what you can actually see. Okay, now I've got some pictures here of how that was done. Well, not how it was done, but I've got some pictures of it in the process of being done. Let's see, where are these? I just got these off of the internet. Oh, okay, I don't have the picture there. Where did I put those damn pictures? Maybe they're on the slideshow. No, they're not there. Okay. Oh, blimey. Like I said, this is a very... it's a bit of a slap together at the last moment show, but never mind. Here we go. Here's some I got off the internet. Firstly, what am I doing? I need to go into my box here. Right. Pepper's ghost. Now, what they would do... Oh, here's a good picture. So, here's a picture from some theatre book, or other, showing how it worked. Let's get it so you can actually see it. There we go. So, what it happened is that the action is on the it's on the stage up there. Oops. And below the stage is a guy shining a light onto someone dressed up as a ghost. And with a piece of glass, the image of that person as a ghost gets projected. Well, not projected, but it appears to interact with the live people up on the stage. The key to it is that slanted piece of glass, because it both reflects the person below the stage and also allows the audience to see straight through the glass to the live action above. And this effect has been very successfully used by Disney in their famous haunted house ride, where at various times the people in on the ride look into a room or look into a mirror, and they see themselves in the mirror, but they also see ghosts all around them. Yeah, freaky stuff. Now, how do we put this stuff together for shooting on Super 8? Of course, if you just shoot your stuff in layers and then composite them on something like Adobe After Effects or Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, you don't have to do any of this nonsense. But we're talking about in-camera effects or live mixing of two images at the same time. So how did I go about with doing that? Well, firstly, I cut up a Coca-Cola box. Oh, Jake says he knows what Pepper's Ghost only because I looked it up a few minutes ago. Well, I'll give you a partial credit for that. Okay, I cut up a Coca-Cola box like this. I didn't know what I was doing. I just sort of cut and glued until I basically got it into a kind of form like this. In fact, I have the actual thing right here. Now, what do I do with that? You might notice that, let's get back onto the full screen here. You may notice that it has a slit here and another slit here. Now, this I used as a base for holding up a piece of glass. Here is a piece of glass, which you probably can't even see it that well. Here's a piece of glass here. So it kind of slots into there, and it's held up like that. Now, this was just the test. This was Mark 1 of this experiment. What I also did. Okay, that's okay. So for some tests, what I did was I held up the piece of glass like that. That's easier. You can see it like that easier. And you can see it at an angle there on the right-hand side, just in front, just on top of that, just to the right of the chair there. And then I got some shower curtain. Now, there is proper material that you can use for back projection. But I used a grey shower curtain because it was cheap on eBay. And I got a frame. These frames framed pictures you can buy at charity shops extremely cheap. This one cost $1.49. I had to force myself to walk past the Patel Mini Mart and with my $1.49 and bought a frame instead. And after I took out that tacky flamingo picture, there's some more frames, also $1.49, dirt cheap. There's the grey shower curtain. I then stretched the shower curtain with tape over the frame. This is after I took the glass out. So I took the glass out of the frame and then I stretched this shower curtain over it. Like that. Very neat. Now what this is a back projection surface. And I experimented with many, many different types of material to create the brightest back projection surface with the least amount of contrast. And there you see a video projector projecting onto it. Now I'm getting a little ahead of myself because what I'm going to show you here is some experiments I did with finding the right projection surface. In fact, let's experiment on it right now. How am I going to do that? Well, say hello to my little friend here. As if by magic. As if by magic. A video projector has presented itself now. A floating video projector. Very nice. Now, while that's warming up, here are some surfaces I tried for back projection. This grey thing here, that's actually a grey plastic bag. A grey plastic bag, which I cut a bit out of. Here is a shower curtain, which the spotty one. I didn't want the spotty one, but I only had an old spotty one. Here is a plain piece of paper. And here's the spotty shower curtain again. And the idea is you can back project these. And I tried a few different ones. Let's see if I can catch the image that I'm projecting here. There we go. So as if by magic, here is some of the projection from that projector, which we're trying out here. So that's not bad. That was the spotty shower curtain, apart from the fact that it's spotted. This is a plain piece of paper. Not bad, but a lot of contrast on that plain piece of paper. The green screen's going bananas. Shower curtain again, not pretty good, apart from the spots. And here's the grey plastic bag. Very good, very nice there. That's a front runner, really, except for the fact that the projector makes a hot spot there, you see. So, what did I do then? Well, I tested a few of these out. Good Lord, the projector's going ballistic now. Let's just put a thing over that to stop that for the moment. Let's see what I did here. Right. Here is the setup. Oh yeah, firstly, those graphics, I need something to project. So those graphics you just saw there, I did on an old Vectrex. Here we go.
So here I am recording some animations made on a Vectrex video game system. And I can speed it up. I can slow it down. It's great fun.
Right, so I filmed that with a DSLR, and there's the stand-in for the subject. It's a stuffed unicorn on a mic stand. So I projected those Vectrex graphics onto my roll with the different types of back projection on there. Projected it onto there from that computer. And then at a 45-degree angle, you'll see it in a second, is there's the piece of glass there being held up by the Coca-Cola by the Coke box. So that's at a 45-degree angle. And then, as you can see, those projections are both transparent and visible. And if we look through the eyepiece, there we go. There's our image. There's our subject with the CGI effects overlaid on top. And here's some others. I filmed all these through the eyepiece of the Super 8 camera with my phone. There's some more. It wasn't exactly easy to get the exposure right. And there's my long-suffering, lovely wife sitting in for more experiments.
Yeah,
I do this quite often. I call family members into my studio and just get them to sit down. They shine lights on them. Let's have a look at some of the things I used. So this was this was actually an oscilloscope, which images which I got off the internet and doubled up and increased the thickness and the contrast. There's all sorts of cool stuff here. Nice. Look at all that. Isn't the internet wonderful? You can just find this stuff. What else did I find? Okay, here's something from the Vectrex. The Vectrex, by the way, is a 1982 video computer game that works on vector graphics. And I use it quite a lot to get some cool vector graphics. This one was from Submarine game. Here's some simulated lightning effect, which I did using Adobe Premiere. That was very nice. What else we got? Yeah, these are nice. Wow, nice. I used this particular one I used in my Straight 8 film. I hope to God it worked. I filmed this on 200t and 500t. And we'll see the results from that in a minute. I also tried a little collage of video effects, and I put my character right in the middle bottom there. Yeah, I know it looks a bit. What the hell's what unites a note on a stave, an electric drill, two bagpipers, some howling dogs, and a guy installing an electric fan? You're going to have to watch my Straight 8 film, and it'll all become obvious after that. So I tried that. I tried some video, and well, this is some effects. That's my mate Sean Reynard, who was in my film. Now the thing is, if you want to film someone, all these effects are overlaid on top of the person you're filming.
Just try that with.
But supposing I wanted those lightning bolts to go sort of in to his head, and for him to be on top of that layer, well, I use these. You know about masking. You know masks. Well, I cut out. I'm going to go back onto the big pictures to show you what I'm doing here. I cut out, and these are these little photo holding things. I cut out black silhouettes, one of a head and shoulders, and one of just an oval to cover a head. And I put these in front of the projection, the back projection, so that it made a hole in the projection, which just about was the right size and shape for the actor's head. Now here you can see, you'll see in a second, you'll see me moving one of these masks into position there. There you go, see that?
Which is how he used his phone.
Let's see. Okay, so that's obviously going over the top. I wanted the spark to go sort of like in one ear and out the other. So there you can see, there's me moving the mask in, and there we go. See, masked off. Wow, that looks great. That looks amazing. And all you have to do is to then shoot that on Super 8. All you have to do. Here's some more. And then you can mess around with the lights, with the coloured...
Okay, there we go.
With the coloured lights on the character. Nice, with the mask and the lights and the back projection.
Can you try and get it over your hair as well? I know you can see. There we go, yeah.
Look at that.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Some music on that. Just as it fades out. Yeah, so okay, so that's the projection over the top of the guy, and that's with the mask. You see the mask there?
Yeah, nice.
And these are all just tests.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
This
yeah,
looks
that's
like one of those
the ear.
Iron Man kind of moments where.
Very nice. These are all just tests. Hopefully the Super 8 will come out better. I've got the results of some tests here that I shot on Super 8. I'll show you that in a second.
Red to blue, just so. Oh yeah.
Great
Maybe
stuff.
side-
We're getting somewhere.
And there we go. Yeah, side to side. Okay.
Right, enough of that music.
And red.
So what I used to do that, because you have to do it at an angle. Oops. I got 2 picture frames this time. 149 each. 149. Okay, 2 picture frames. One of them I covered in a white shower curtain. I discovered that the white shower curtain actually looked better than the grey shower curtain. The other has the glass in it from the picture frame. And I taped them up on the side here to make a kind of a hinge. So this thing can open up like this. See? And with one of them on the project, well, let's have a. Oh, okay. Projector's switched itself off. Maybe it overheated. Never mind. We've already used it. Oh, I see what's going on. It's my PC has decided to update itself. Oh my God! Who hates PCs out there? I hate PCs and Macs. To be honest, I've been screwed over by both of them. Put this back on. Right, so the projector, as you can see behind me, it projects on the back projection. I'm probably going to repeat myself 6 times over there, but you know, anything to get it into you people's heads. And then the reflective side that produces the reflective thing. This cost me £3. Oh, plus a shower curtain, which is about another £6. The projector I already owned, so I guess that doesn't factor in. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Oh yeah, here's another thing. When you saw the colours changing over my my actor's face there. Oh, it's come back now. Okay. So so yeah, there we go. So back projection there, glass there. You get it? Right. I bought a few of these frames, and I did something with this one. I attached gels, colored gels to it. So I could quickly change the picture from red to blue. I mean, change the lighting on the subject, red to blue, because I was going for a kind of a vertigo effect. And in fact, you can see this is what I'm actually in front of, a green screen, not blackness like that. So that was something else I did with colored gels. By the way, if you want colored gels, get hold of one of these. This is great. This is like a filter sample pack with every color of gel you can get. These are really handy. They cost about £5. Although if you go to a photo show, some sort of photo show, often they're giving them away free. So where have we got to now? We have got to right. Let's have a look at what that lot looked like on Super 8. Well, of course, I shot it with negative film. CJ Costa Rica says, very trippy, Ben. That's what happens when everything is made by the lowest bidder. Okay. I don't know if you're referring to Macs or PCs or whatever. And Watch and Shoot says, these projection effects are seriously cool. Damn right they are. Okay, so this is all the this is the 500T, and let's look at the 200T now. In fact, strangely enough, 200T performed just about as well as the 500T. In fact, maybe it's slightly better because the grain was less. So that was the negative effects with the various different back projections surfaces I did. And shall we see what that looked like reversed? Yes, we shall. Okay, a few tests there just to clear its throat. And here are the results of, Now, you see there's a bit of a wash over that, a bit of a contrast effect, but never mind. That's just because of the testing the different. See, there's the spotty shower curtain. And in a sec, you'll see that's the plain piece of paper. I'm testing different lighting effects. And remember, these are all in-camera effects. This is what actually was seen by the camera. Now, the problem is that the projection is slightly blurry because those images, those effects were at a slightly different distance to the camera than my subject. If in doubt, keep the person in focus and make the effects blurry. And here's how that video looked like, reflected in the glass. So yeah, I mean, damn, you're only limited by imagination, really. You can, anything you can project, you can reflect, and you can add to your Super 8 live. And my Huav with with some of the stuff on Super 8. So that didn't look too bad. Now, what the end result looks like of that is anyone's guess, really, because it hasn't been developed yet. The end result of the actual straight 8 film, which has that amazing effect in it. It's going to be developed, and it's not going to be. I won't know till I think September, I think, or maybe even October, how that turned out. Hopefully, with all those tests I did, I'll have chanced onto something that looks good. He said he was. CJ Costa Rica says he was referring to both. Yeah, Macs and PCs. Yeah. Projection effects, seriously cool. Now, what else do I have to show you here in the screening room? No, that's it. That's the setup. In fact, let's just I'll show. I will just go back and I'll show you it one more time because it's here we go. I'll pause it a bit. So firstly, okay, here's some other details if you want to do this effect. Firstly, you have to put up a black. It's good to put up a black background behind your subject. That way, the projection layer is really crisp, shows up really well. And you might be thinking, well, do I need a projector for that? Maybe I can just put a screen, like a laptop screen or something, on one side of the reflective surface. Yeah, you might be able to do that, but you would need a better reflective surface than I had. What you're supposed to use, what you really need to use, is like a half silvered glass, which is very expensive. My local glazier, I went there twice. The poor guy, I bothered him twice asking for half silvered or semi-reflective or one-way glass. He probably thought I was a pervert. And he said, sorry, Governor, I can't do it for you. But he gave me some advice about where to go. Turns out it's kind of difficult to get hold of this stuff. It's either difficult or it's very expensive. But anyway, never mind about that. I just used some glass, which does kind of double up the projection. So you need a black background behind your subject. Imagine the subject is this stuffed unicorn on a mic stand. There's the black background. Then you need, that's being lit there by, see that on the right? That's actually a slide projector. A slide projector works very well to light this stuff because it produces a hard-edged light which doesn't spill out onto the black background. So I used a slide projector to project one side. And there we go. You can see a Sackler reporter light, very, very powerful tungsten light projecting onto the other side. I used a powerful one because when you put the gel over it, it cuts down the light quite a lot. So that's on the other side. So I was lit from both sides. Now here's the view from the video projector projecting onto there. I know I've shown you this once already, but I didn't stop and actually describe it. Onto the back projection surface. That's my laptop is just running the projections. And once again, at an angle there, looks all right there. At an angle there was the glass. Yeah, there's the glass. Now I could have put some half silver glass. I'm sorry about the fingerprints. It's hard to deal with this stuff without getting fingerprints on it. I did clean it before I shot my straight 8 film. And once again, there is the your character. So Watch and Shoot asks, can you buy 500T/250D Super 8 in bulk? Yes, it's 200T Super 250D. I think you can only get in 16mm, but 250D. You know, can you buy it in bulk? I guess you can if you go to Kodak directly. Especially if you're a student, or if you just tell them you're a student. And you might be able to get some discounts on there. Otherwise, the stuff is pricey. Although, you know, I gotta say, just use, you can use expired. And, oh look, Costa Rica says, Whitner Cinetech sells in bulks. Yeah, in bulk. Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they still do that. And then there's our picture. Someone's got the microwave running. And there you have it. Pepper's Ghost, everyone. Pepper's Ghost on Super 8. It's possible. Need a bit of experimentation, but it works. And if you want to get some cool effect, then do that. Now that, as I said, was oh, it's still going. Yeah, that is switch that off. Don't need that off. So yes, that is the effect I use for my straight 8 film, and we won't see the straight 8 film for a while, as I said, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to work. If it doesn't work, I'll just cheat it. I'll do it digitally. Now, last thing I want to show you. This, I said, this is a quick one tonight. We're going to stop it. We're going to only go for like 45 minutes. For those of you who didn't tune in earlier, I mentioned that I am now going to do live workshops again, now that the COVID is, well, it's not quite as bad as it was, and we're going to be outside a lot of the time. And it's going to be great fun if you live in London, or if you know anyone in London who wants to do a bit of fun, have a bit of fun with some Super 8 one day and learn a bit, then that's what I'm going to be teaching you. Just go to zerobudgetfilmschool.com for links to book the workshop. Now I think I think I've plugged that enough. We're going to finish off. We're going to finish off with a funny thing here. It's an advert I made for the workshop, which basically tells you everything you're not supposed to do. I thought it was a bit boring to do an advert which just shows you all the good stuff. So here we go. I made this advert, and I got some blowback from people who said, "What are you talking about? Why are you showing this instead of showing how good it is?" I'll explain after I show it, after you see it. Here we go.
Super 8. It's easy to shoot, looks great, and other than in the 1960s and 70s, has never been more popular. And now you can learn how to process it yourself at Ben's Super 8 Workshop. That's right, for a select few participants, international Super 8 expert Ben Slotover will take you behind the scenes and reveal all his secrets to show you, yes you, how it's done. You'll experience the mysterious world of mixing up developers, loading your film into a tank, bleaching, fixing and finishing to create your very own movie masterpiece. Why send your film to a laboratory and wait weeks for them to develop it, when for a fraction of the price, Ben will show you how to do it in a few hours in the comfort of your own home. Got a Super 8 camera? Don't know if it works? Bring it down and test it out. Don't have a camera? We'll provide one for you. Don't have any experience? It doesn't matter. Under Ben's skillful instruction, you'll be shooting and developing your film in next to no time. Fancy a cup of tea? It's included. And so is cake. Book your place on Ben's Super 8 Workshop today. Spaces are limited. Ben's Super 8 Workshop accepts no responsibility for cuts, bruises, poisonings, chemical burns, clothing damage, inhalation of toxic fumes, being called an idiot on the street, or ruinously expensive hobbies involving decades-old media formats.
Oh. Ignore that website at the end. There we go. There we go. And you know what? That's all I got time for. Well, that's not what I got time for. I've got time and buckets of time. That's all I've prepared. It's a bit of a C+ tonight, because I was so busy with the the old the Straight 8 film. I am going to cut the show short tonight, and I will see you in another 2 weeks. Hooray! You can all get back to whatever it was you were doing. Now let's have a look at some of the quotes, some of the oh my god, some discussion has been going on. Barry says that's funny. Oh, it's no one's asking me stuff, they're just talking to each other. Well, you know what, go ahead and talk to each other, everyone, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Yes, I'm doing these every 2 weeks because that way I can actually come up with some quality content in during those 2 weeks, and I can actually get on with my life as well, which is I heartily recommend it. I started these camera shows as something to do during lockdown, and suddenly now the lockdown is easing. I'm bloody what do you know? Real life has gone and intruded on the camera show. Great. That was CJ Costa Rica's going to upload that as its own video. Yes, I think it is. It's right here on the channel. I think if you go and search my previous videos on Zero Budget Film School on YouTube, I think it's there as well if you want to see it again. Also, if you look at some of my very first camera shows, I used to start it off with that, but I stopped because I think people were switching off when they thought, oh, this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. Anyway, talking of guys who don't know what they're talking about, I'll see you in 2 weeks, everyone. And keep shooting out there, and send me an email. You can contact me via zerobudgetfilmschool.com. I dole out free advice whenever I'm in the mood, and I love to just talk about Super 8 constantly, but all good things come to an end. Bye Barry, bye CJ Costa Rica, bye Jake and everyone else. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. It was very kind of you to catch up with me tonight. And I'll be back. And I don't know what I'm going to do in 2 weeks on the 8th of July. I'll have just been on a cycling holiday, so I might be hobbling around. Mind you, I'll just sit here. I might be complaining about all of that. Bye, everyone. Bye.